Hello everyone. Welcome to this course on Essential of Object-Oriented Design and Programming. In this presentation, we are going to discuss generic programming. So this is a syllabus we are going to discuss one by one. First one is a generic and a template. That is the introduction of the template. Next, the function templates. Then class templates. And next, we are going to discuss exception handling mechanism. That is try and catch. Then multi-level exceptional and user-defined exceptional. Then we are going to discuss dynamic modeling. That is package diagram, UML component diagram, UML deployment diagram. First we will discuss the template introduction. The template allows writing generic programs that work with any data type. It avoids writing the separate code for different data types like integer, float, character. The template is a keyword used to define the templates. And next one is a type of template. The function template, it is used to create generic function. It works with different data types. And next to the class template, it is used to create the generic class. It can store and process any data type. First, we will start with the function template. The function template works similar to a normal function. In normal function, you need to write separate function for each data type. But in the function template, the single function is enough to work with different data type. If you need to perform the identical operation on two or more types of data, then you can use function overloading. But in the function template, to perform the same task for multiple data type using only one functions. The function template are a better approach because less code is needed and code become easier to maintain. It support code reusability and flexibility. So the syntax template within the tag class T or template within the tag type name then T. We will see the method overloading and function template comparisons. So it's the method overloading. Already you know the method overloading concept, right? We will use different same function name and different parameters. For example, in different data type, we will use different function to handle the each data type. For example, class sample. And then here two different data type we are going to handle integer data type and then double data type. So here we need to write separate function for to deal with each data type. For example, void, the function name is the parameters is integer x and integer y. Here we are doing the sum of two numbers. Then followed by we are going to write one more functions, that is void add, the parameter is double a and double b. Then we are going to do the sum of the double values. So here the function name is same, the parameters different, and then we are doing the same operations. So here the main functions, creating the object from the class with the help of object, then we are going to invoke the function s1 dot add the parameters 2 comma 3. But here the function name is same, right? That cases based on the value we are passed in the function, it will invoke the corresponding function here. So here 2 comma 3 both are the integer, right? Then it will invoke the first function, then it will do the addition of two values. Finally they will get the result 5. Then control is come to the main program, then it will invoke the one more functions s1 dot add, the input is 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. So that cases it will invoke the second functions. Then here it will calculate the sum of the values, that is the values belongs to double. Then the finally will get the result 5.5. The same code we are going to reduce the number of line using function template. So here include that is a library. Then here template is a keyword. Within the tag we are going to mention class. T is a generic data type. Again the function name. So first to start with the return type. The return type is generic, that is T. The function name. Then we are going to pass two parameter A and B. Both are generic type. That's what we are mentioning the prefix T comma T. So here we are mentioning the formula within the braces. Then finally the result will be written. The main program we are going to invoke the functions add 2 comma 3. So add 2 comma 3 here. So the first value is integer and the second value is integer, right? So then we are passing the value. We are going to invoke the function. That cases the first t is become the integer because the value is integer. The second t is become the integer because the second value also integer. Then it will do the integer operation. Then it will return the result as an integer. So now this t become the integer. Then we will get the result 5. Again the controls come to the main program. Then we are going to invoke the function with the different parameters. For example 2.2 3 comma 3. So that cases the first t become the double, the second t become the double. Then we are getting the input, then it will do the operation, and finally the result is written. The return result is belongs to double. Then this also t is become double. Then finally we'll get the result 5.5. So it means the template, it will reduce the function code size. So here the method overloading, we are using different function for to deal different data type. But here the function template, it will use the same function, then it will deal all the different data type here. This is the way we are going to reduce the number of lines. And one more example. Suppose a function template with the two different data type. Suppose we are passing mixing data type. That cases how it will deal. For example, class. So here template, then class T, comma, class U. So now different parameter we are passing, right? So now we are creating two generic data type, class T, comma, class U. Then function name is void multiply, then parameter name, that is T comma P, U comma P. That is T and U is the generic. Then here we are doing the operation multiplication. So now integer, we are passing the integer value a equal to b equal 3. Then float x equal 2.2 and y equal 3.2. So multiply a comma b. A comma b both are the integer, right? So now the t become integer, u become the integer, then it will do the integer operation, then it will print. And controls come to here. X comma y. So both are float, right? So now t become float and u become float, then it will do the float operation, then we will get the result. And control is come to here. A comma x. A is belongs to integer, x is belongs to float. So that cases the first t is become the integer and u is acting as a float. Then it will do the operation. The finally it will return the highest data type, that is a float. Then finally we'll get 4.4. The next concept, class template. The class template allows a class to work with different data types. It is a generic class. It helps to reuse the same code for multiple data types. It reduces the code duplication. It is similar to function template but applied to the classes. The syntax template within the tag class T, class name. So here variable is declare using generic data type. Then function is declare or define using generic data type. And then how to create the object, class name, data type, then object. We'll see the one example. Template class T, the class number. So here we are declaring the variable. So this variable, the data type is generic. And next one is the constructor. So here we are going to assign the value. The assigned value belongs to generic. So this value is assigned to the class variable. And next one is the one more function, get name, get number. So now the return type is generic. So it will return the number, the class is closed. So here we are creating the object from the class number. So for example, n1 is object we are creating from the number. At the same time, we are passing the value. When the object is created, automatically the value is passes to the constructor. For example, number 7. And we are creating one more object from the same class name n2 and then passing different values. For example, 7.7. When the object is created, automatically the values is assigned to the class variable. So now different object and then variable name is same, then 7.7. So now n1.getNumber, automatically the function is invoked. So then it will return the result. So now we are using the n1 object, right? Automatically what is the inside the value? 7, that will be print. Then n2.getNumber, then it will go to here, then it will return the number. So we are using n2 object. So inside the n2 object, what is the variable values? 7.7, that will be print here. And then class template with more parameter. So if you are using different parameter, that cases how it will deal, we'll discuss. Template class T1, class T2. The class member, we are declaring two variable, both are belongs to the generic data type T1, T2. And next one is the constructor. We are passing two parameter. The two parameters the generic. We are passing the value. We are assigning the value to the variable. The next one is the operation, that is the multiplication. The return type is generic. So then it will return the multiplication of value here. The class is closed. When the object is created, automatically the value is passes to the constructor. So first one is the integer and second one is the float, right? That is the double. So now T1 is acting as an integer, T1, T2 acting as a double. So now values are assigned here. See, n1 equal to num2 equal 3.2. It belongs to n1 object. Again, we are creating n2 object from the same class name. We are passing different values. For example, 5.1 and 6. The 5.1 is a double. So now the T1 become double, T2 become the integer. So now the value is assigned to the variable in the n2 object. Suppose n1 dot multiplication. So now n1 dot multiplication means number one value. So see here n1, what is the number one value? 2. The number 2 value is 3.2. Both are multiplied, but the return type is integer. So now the result is 6. And next one is n2 dot multiplication. So now that cases n1 number one value 5.1, n2 value is 6, and then both are multiplied. The returned value, that is first value is the double, right? So the return value become the double, then it will return 30.6. Thank you.